Hey HBICs, it's me, your fearless leader, Katie Boyd. So I was just getting ready because I have a full day of healing sessions and mentorship sessions, and Matt and I are going to be podcasting today, and then I have my totally free Ambitchious call tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have not joined my Ambitchious app, you are missing out. There are so many amazing things that are happening over there. All you have to do is go to the link in my bio, just answer a couple questions, we'll let you in, and you can RSVP for our totally free call tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with all of the Ambitches in our Bitchterhood community from all across the globe. We're going to be doing some really deep healing work tonight, and because everyone that is on these calls and is in the Ambitchious app, their deepest desire is to find like-minded women, and that is why I created my app, to bring like-minded women together from all across the globe who know that there's just so much more to life than just waking up and going to work, eating, sleeping, shitting, and going to bed. I mean, really. So the reason why I wanted to hop on here quickly is I was just doing my hair and I was getting ready and I was putting on my makeup and I was listening to some inspirational stuff as I do every day. So during my morning rituals, which we call in the Ambitchious movement, we call them Ambittuals. One of the things that I do is after I have coffee and I do my Ambitchious Abundance Affirmation and I do my blessing and I set my intentions for the day, is I will go about my day, whether it's, doing my meditation and my breath work and my workouts or my cardio or my yoga or whatever I'm doing for the day. I always listen to something super duper inspirational. And I think it's so important for each one of us, especially if we're going through a difficult time, to fill up our minds and our bodies with things that make us feel good, with things that inspire us, with things that send us messages, divine messages that maybe we would not hear unless we were actually actively going out there and looking for that inspiration and that motivation. The reason why God put me on this earth was to show up, to be part of this motivational community so that I could impart the message of leading and living an ambitious life. And if you guys have followed me for a really long time, you know that I talk about the 6 life makers, which is as follows: spirituality and divine connection. That's number 1. Number 2 is your boundaries and your emotions. Number 3 is your health and your wellness. Number 4 is your relationships. Number 5 is your environment. And number 6 is your financial and money mindset and what you actually do with your money and how you feel about money. So what I do is I teach on all 6 of those aspects. And I say to you, if you're missing 1 or 2 of those aspects, or 1 or 2 of those aspects are not up to par with the other 4, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. You may even have bad months or bad years. You're going to feel lost. You're going to feel dark. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel like you don't have control of your life. And I'm here to tell you that no one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you, okay? And I, unfortunately, many times have had to learn that the hard way. And I teach that to all of my Ambitchious community from all across the globe. And I give them the tools that they need to live an ambitious life, right? To take that word bitch, which is in a lot of ways derogatory, and flip it and use it as the acronym being in total control of herself. So if you are feeling not so fresh, if you are frustrated, if you are overwhelmed, if you are scared, if you're living in fear, if you feel like every day of your life is like Groundhog Day and you just keep waking up and you keep living the same day over and over and over and over again, I'm here to tell you that that is not the life that God put you here to lead, okay? God, when you were born, gave you everything that you need inside of yourself. And all I do as the teacher is I help facilitate and bring the tools to the forefront so that you can use the appropriate tools for the appropriate jobs so that you can take your life to what we call ambitious levels, right? So I'm here to say to you, if you're feeling not so fresh, if you're feeling not optimal, all you are doing is you're doing things that do not resonate with who you are and who your highest, greatest good is. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be getting our podcast ready for next Tuesday. And it's going to be all about the dark night of the soul, or as we also like to talk about in the spiritual community, ego death. Like, you have to let the old you die so that the new you can be reborn. Okay? And we're all in flux. Every day is going to be different. And we're going to go through many dark nights of the soul. We're going to go through many ego deaths. And I used to get really upset when I would go through a dark night of the soul, or I'd go through this dissolvement of my ego a little bit more at a time. And now I get excited when I feel like this, even though it's really hard and it sucks a bag of dicks, let's be honest. But I get really excited when I am faced with these dark times, because it's like God is telling me, like, yes, you're right about to make this leap. It's like when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, or the snake sheds its skin, or the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like, that's dope, but it's scary as fuck. And it's horrible. And if you listened to my podcast that dropped on Tuesday this week, I talked about my 20 plus years with disordered eating. That was some of the hardest things in my life that I've ever spoken about. And it wasn't until I started really going through this deep, dark night of the soul, and I'm still in it. I'm coming out of it. I feel like myself emerging right now. I feel like I have more gumption. I feel like I'm getting to be like my old self, even though it's not my old self. It's my new and improved Katie. But I've been going through this for the last 6 to 9 months. And I'm like, why is this taking so long? Why is this taking so long? It's going to take as long as it needs to take for you to make that jump, for you to allow yourself to surrender and just be like, you know what, God, universe, whatever you believe in, I don't know what you have in store for me, but I know it's going to be amazing because I trust in you and I have faith. And that is what we have to do. But God isn't going to come down and be like, what are you doing, bitch? Why are you being lazy? God is like, okay, she has all the tools that she needs. She just has to use the appropriate ones for the appropriate jobs. And that's where I come in, right? That's my gift. That's my talent, is to be able to impart this wisdom that is taking me years to bring into myself, so that each and every one of you don't have to struggle. And I do believe that the up-levelment and the evolution and the enlightenment and the releasing of the old programming and the old self that is keeping us small, it's important to go through struggle. It's important to have hard times, because in the hard times, that's when the diamonds are formed, right? But we can lessen the time that it takes to go through these horrible times, as we call it, the ego death or the dark night of the soul, if you use the appropriate tools. And that's what I teach. So if you are ready to take a step forward and be the HBIC of your ambitious life, go to the link in my bio, join my app, and be on tonight's call at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an hour of my time. It's totally complimentary. There's no money involved. And I want you to come so that you can experience not only the Ambitchious community from all across the globe, but more importantly, to start to work on the things that are holding you back and that are keeping you small, because no one was put here to lead a mediocre life. Nobody. No one. Okay? And if you think, well, I'm just the one that God chose to lead the mediocre life. No. I promise you that that's not true. So come on. If you can't make it tonight, still join the app, because we always share within 24 hours of our actual call. And then on Saturday, which is, God, I don't even know the date. It's the 25th of February. Last week was my birthday, and I love to get gifts, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to give a gift to each and every one of my Ambitchious from all across the globe. So if you are local-ish to Katie Boyd's Misfit Club, which is in Hudson, New Hampshire, come on over from 10 to 1. I'm having a totally free goddess gathering at Katie Boyd's Misfit Club, my wellness center. We're going to be doing a workout class with weights. We're going to be doing yoga. And we're also going to be doing sound healing, breath work, meditation. And then the Juju Nurse, one of my ambitious bitchterhood ladies, who is also my business mentorship client, is going to have a beautiful table set up with all of her incredible crystals. So if you are looking into buying some crystals, if you maybe don't have a crystal shop near you, or you want to talk to someone like her who is just so well versed in crystals, she's going to be there with a beautiful table selling all of the things for all of the reasons, because every crystal has its different property. So that is going to be my gift to each and every one of you. So again, go on over to my app. The link is in the bio. Join the app. Then we can RSVP for the call tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also my totally free Goddess Gathering from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, February 25th. And if you maybe can't come, but you are like, oh my gosh, my mom would love this, or my friends would love this, share this video on your story here on Instagram. Send people the link so that they can watch it, so it can inspire them and empower them. And maybe if they are in a place in their life where they're looking for like-minded women, this is the best place to be. So calls, the Goddess Gathering, all the events that I do, all of the education, the inspiration, the motivation, the entertainment that I give over on my app. I think a lot of people who follow me here on Instagram, they think that what I do is I just come here and I do some stories and I do some little inspirational things. But the real stuff, the meat and potatoes of what the Ambitchious movement is actually happening over on the Ambitchious app through Mighty Networks. And like I said, just the link is in the bio. Answer a couple questions. Easy peasy. All right, guys, have an amazing day. I love each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to stay ambitious. And if you think that this will inspire someone, or you feel like you have people in your life that maybe are looking for a like-minded community, share this out with them and bring them into the Ambitchious movement so that each and every one of us can evolve and level up and ascend together, because together we are stronger. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. And don't forget to stay ambitious. Mwah.